back everyone to Dulce's Creations. I hope you've had a lovely festive season and that the new year has started well for you all. I guess some of us are back at work, others, well, I hope you're still having fun and enjoying your break. Anyway, today I am going to do, what would I call this? Mixed media maybe? My canvas is a 40 by 40 centimeters and I want to do it with some crystal. The idea is to use some purples and lilacs. I wanted to make a mix. Here you go. Those are the three colors I will be using. So this one is Amsterdam, Ultramarine Violet, Pebeo, Violet Cobalt, Dark Cobalt. And this one is my favorite, as most of you would know by now, is a Lumiere Halo Violet Gold. So I'm going to divide the canvas in two. Part purple, lilac, whatever, and then that top part in a white grayish effect. So I have got Amsterdam Oxide Black, Titanium White. This is a Marabou, which I got in Switzerland when I was there in October of 2019. And it is just a silver with glitter in it. Glitter silver. You use that on the top. Then for the middle, I've got this very fine type glitter that I usually use in my eggs, so I want to use some of that. Amethyst crystals, and this is crushed glass, just to give it a little bit more of the white in it and not all be dark. Alright, so the idea actually is to try and stay as light as possible with the violet so that the amethyst shines out a lot more. Let's see how this is going to work. I am going to work on, say, a semi-dry. I'm just going to spray some water on it because I don't want it fully wet. And let's see how it goes. So I'm not too worried if the white goes over the middle because the lilac and purplish colors will always cover up the white, but I will be more wary with the purple. I should probably have picked a middle point, but I'll measure it and double check where the middle is approximately. Okay, now the idea is I don't actually want to see the canvas under this, so I am going to go over a few times to make sure it is properly covered. Just to give you an idea of what I am doing. There we go. I'm going to just what I'll do with the silver, because it seems to have disappeared, is when it's drier I'll just do a coat on it, but I do need to find that lid that fell on the floor. But as you can see, there it is. It's not pure white, it's got a little bit of grey in it. I didn't want it pure white. Right, so I have measured this. I have a 40 centimeter ruler here, and that is approximately the middle mark, round about there. I'm a little bit scared because I don't want, but then again I guess the white will always help me bring it down, because I'm just a little bit worried because I don't want it too dark. I really don't. I want something really light. Now, depending on how this one works, but it was the idea I had in my head, was I want to make this a series, a crystal series. So at the moment I have amethyst, aventurine, rose quartz, onyx, tiger's eye, and I think I have another one there somewhere. So I was thinking of making a series and using those crystals, but we'll see. I just want to see how this one turns out, but I think it would be a nice series to do. I'm just doing my edges as I do the colors. As you can see, there is still quite a bit of canvas to be covered. This violet cobalt is slightly darker, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's what I want to use. What I could do is just put a little bit. I'm just trying to blend it in a bit more because I can still see a lot of the canvas and I don't want to see canvas. Now this one always has a beautiful gold, purple, gold halo, basically, as its name says, and I just love it. But I don't want to use too much of it. I just wanted to give that beautiful haze to it, but I think it needs more of the lilac in here. I'm just not liking how I can still see the canvas. Okay, I think that's fine. What I did, I just want to cover up some of these. So what I did was I definitely put a lot more of the original one I started up with, and then I've put some little bits of white just to bring it out, and that halo violet color of mine. I just want to try and blend in all of these brush strokes. So as you can see, it has some white and some darker. So I think it looks pretty. So we're going to let that dry, and then once that is dry, I will then place down some of that what's it called, fine aurora dust, as it's called, and then we'll start putting the crystals on. Okay, so this is dried to the touch. So this is some Trunk Gunk. It's mixed media and MDF glue. I will put a link below in the description as to where I get it. So this is what I want to do initially. I do want to put quite a bit. Okay. Then I want to take a paintbrush. Okay, now as I said, I want to start with that glitter. Now it is important to me that when I shake it out, I want to put it, obviously shake it out into something I can save it. So this is exactly the same. The other one's just in a smaller container, but because I'm using quite a bit here, I thought I'd just bring out the big guns. So, for some strange reason, I see there was some glue that came all the way here. I'm going to leave it. I don't mind. But as you can see, that is how it is looking. So we're going to let that dry a bit, and then I will start putting on the crystals. Alright, so this is dry. Now I'm going to put the amethysts. And I am thinking I am going to do this with some UV resin. Now if you all remember, I'm just going to do in sections. If you all remember, early in the year I did a swipe, so an acrylic swipe with crystals in it for one of my daughters. And it worked very well with the acrylic resin, with the UV resin. Sorry, I'm just digging out some of the stones that are definitely not amethyst. And the other thing is, I should put on gloves. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll carry on this in a time lapse because there's no point in you watching this normal video. this has dried overnight. As you can see, let me hold that up. It looks good. Now I am debating, I should still put some of this crushed glass around it or just leave it as it is. I'm just going to lay down a little bit. Yeah, it's not doing much for it. No, don't think I'm going to bother. I think I'm going to leave it as it is with just the glitter and the amethysts. Okay, so I've still got some amethyst stones falling off. Not quite sure where that fell out of. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to put a little bit more of resin over the top, just so that everything can stay in place. But I don't want to drown the amethyst in too much resin, because I want the effect of the stones to stand out. The UV resin doesn't seem to be working 100%. Now this is a second one I have bought, and it's still giving me a little bit of problems. So what I think I should do is then just pour a little bit of resin over it, and maybe what I will do is just put in a few more stones here and there. Once that is dry, then I will give the canvas a varnish, and this will be it. But I will come back and show you how it looks with the resin on it. Obviously I'm going to pour, I'll mix it now and pour it over, and then obviously it will need at least 24, if not a little bit longer with the current weather we're having, to dry. So, but I will come back and show you how it looks before ending off the video. So I will see you in a few. Right, so this is all dry. I want to try and bring in as close as possible. There you go. I am just going to varnish it, and then we'll let it dry, and I will take some photos for the end of the video. So as always, please do remember to stay to the very end so you can see some photos of it. Thank you once again for being here with me and following me on this project. Please remember, if you're new here and you've enjoyed this project, please like, subscribe, and press that notification bell so you're notified of all the upcoming projects. But above all, wherever in the world you might be, please stay safe, stay well, and I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.